Hello children, hope you are all doing good. This is your physics class. Okay, I hope you are all enjoying your physics class, is it? Let us start our class. Be ready with your physics book and notebook. Okay children? Children, have you all learned which I have taught you in the previous classes? So let us write a small test. Okay children, yeah, take your test notebook. Take your physics notebook. Put today's date. Mention as test. So the first question, the hot water rises and the cold water sinks. These circulating currents are called dash. The hot water rises and the cold water sinks, as these circulating currents are called dash. The second question, the heat transferred from hot end to the cold end is called dash. The heat transferred from hot end of the body to the cold end is dash. And then third one, when you are heating a body, the molecules dash in their mean positions. When you are heating a body, the molecules dash in their mean positions. And the fourth question, when we add soap to water, the surface tension of water dash. When we add soap to water, the surface tension of a water dash. And then fifth one, if the adhesive force is more than the cohesive force, then the type of meniscus formed is dash. If the adhesive force is greater than cohesive force, then the type of meniscus formed is dash. Children, have you all written? Okay, very good. Okay, children. So, in the previous class, we have learnt about transfer of heat and kinetic theory of matter. So, children, so the transfer of heat is done by two processes. What are the two processes? Conduction and convection. Okay, that is conduction of heat and convection of heat. Okay, children. So, what does mean by conduction? The transfer of heat from the hot end of the body to the cold end. Okay, this process is called conduction. Okay, children. And then what does mean by convection? While heating, the hot water rises and cold water sinks. Okay, why this hot water is rising? Because it is less dense. Okay, cold water is highly dense. So that likewise the hot water, the upward movement of hot air and downward movement of cold air is called circulating current. Okay, this circulating current is called convection currents. Okay, children. And then about conduction, when we are heating a pan, what will happen? The molecules in that pan vibrate in their mean positions. The children, so the one answer for the test question is vibrate. Okay, children. So when you are heating a pan, the molecules in that pan vibrate at their mean positions. Okay, children. And while vibrating, it will collide with the neighboring molecules and the kinetic energy increases. Okay, children. And then I had asked this question, the children, if the adhesive force is more than the cohesive force means, what type of meniscus will form? Concave meniscus. Okay, children, concave meniscus. So have you all learnt? Okay, have you all remembered all those things? Okay, in this class we are going to learn about pressure. Okay, children, so let us see. In this class we are going to learn about pressure. Okay, let us learn about it. Okay, children. Yeah, when you're hammering a nail, what will you do? We will hammer the flat end of the nail. So children, we will fix the pointed end to the wall so that the nail can pierce inside the wall easily. Is it, children? But what will happen if you did it oppositely? If you are hammering the pointed end and fixing the flat end to the wall, means what will happen? Will it pierce inside the wall easily? It is very hard. So children, if you are giving more force to that, means also it is very hard. It is very difficult to pierce inside the wall. So children, what is the reason why it is not piercing inside the wall? For that, we need to consider the surface area first. Okay, children. Yeah, consider surface area. See the first image. The surface area of that pointed end is very less. The children, the surface area is very less. But consider the second image. The surface area of that flat portion is more. The children, the surface area of that flat portion is more. So that the pressure can exert in the less surface area. Okay, and the pressure exerts more on the less surface area. Okay, children, so that the pressure exerting more on the pointed edge. Okay, pointed edge to pierce inside the wall. So in the first image only, the pressure is applying more. Okay, children, can you all understood? And see this. A girl is wearing a high heels. The children, and also in the second image, an elephant. An elephant is there. The children, yeah, consider the girl's foot and elephant's foot. Which will have more pressure? See the elephant's foot. If it is placing its foot, means will it take more pressure or less pressure? The elephant will exert less pressure, the children, than the person wearing high heels. What is the reason? Because the surface area of that elephant's foot is large. The children, the surface area is large, so that the pressure will be less. Okay. So the elephant foot exerts less pressure than the girl's foot. Okay, children. Okay, in that girl's foot, what we can say? The pressure is exerting more. What is the reason? Because the surface area of that heels is very less. Okay, if the surface area is less, means the pressure will be more. Okay, children. In case of that heels, the surface area is very less. Is it, children? So the pressure is exerting more on that heels. Okay, children. So what we can say? If there is less surface area, means the exerting pressure will be more. Okay, children. And again, see this. If you are holding a pencil in the thumb and index finger, means what will happen? You are giving the same pressure to both the ends. The children, you are giving same pressure to both the ends for the needle and also the bottom of the pencil. But what will happen?
After a minute, if you had seen means the pointed end, okay, in the pointed end makes a small hole in your hands, the children, because of the pressure exerts in the pointed end, there will be some depression, okay, there will be some depression just because of pressure exerts by the sharper end, okay children. So in that sharp edge there is very less surface area comparing to the back side, the bottom of that pencil, okay children. So if the surface area is less, means we can say the pressure will be exerting more, okay children. Can you all understood? Children, we have learnt about some examples of pressure. So children, so what does mean by pressure? The pressure is the force acting normally per unit area of a surface, okay children. The force acting normally per unit area of the surface, okay children. So simply we can say force upon area, okay children, force upon area, okay children. So pressure equal to force upon area. So the SI unit of pressure is N per m square, okay, N per m square, okay. For force means the unit is Newton, okay children. For the force, that is pressure equal to force upon area, is it children? So force means the unit is Newton and area means meter square, so that we are writing Newton per meter square, okay children. So the SI unit of pressure is Newton per meter square or Pascal, okay children, Pascal, okay. So what is mean by pressure? Pressure is the force acting normally per unit area of a surface, okay. Simply we can say force per unit area, okay. Pressure equal to force per area, okay children. So what is the SI unit of pressure? Newton per meter square, okay, or Pascal, okay children. Children, see this. A man is sleeping casually on a nail bed. The children, okay, nails are arranged in that bed. He is sleeping. The children, he lies down. Children, why it is not piercing inside that man's body? What is the reason? Because there is increased surface area, okay children, because there is more surface area, so the pressure is less, okay children. Children, if he is left in one nail, means what will happen? That nail will pierce inside the body, okay, inside the body of that person. So what is the reason? In that case the pressure will be more, okay. If surface area is less, means pressure will be more, and in this case the surface area is more, the children, there is increased surface area, so that the pressure is less, okay children. So that we are saying in solids pressure can be increased or decreased by changing the area of the solid, okay, area of the solid in contact with the ground, okay children. If the area is less, means the pressure will be more, okay. If the area is more, means pressure will be less, okay children. So what we have learned, in solids pressure can be increased or decreased by changing the area of the solid, okay. If the area is changed, means the pressure will also change, okay children. So in solids pressure can increase or decrease by changing the area of solid in contact with the ground, okay children. Can you all understood? So for that reason only he can casually sleep, he can casually lie down on that nail bed. Why? What is the reason? That nail bed has more surface area, that is, it is having increased surface area, so that the pressure is less, okay children. Can you all understood? So in the previous case we have learnt about large area, so less pressure, the children, but in this case we are going to learn about small area, so big pressure, okay. So consider the examples. So in the first example, a woman is wearing stiletto heels, the children, and if she kicks that man's leg, means what will happen? He will feel more pain. Why? What is the reason? That heel, the pointed edge of that heel, pointed end of that heel has small area, so that it will have big pressure. Okay, children. And then see the second example. There is a sharp knife. The children. Okay, it has a small area. The children, that sharp knife having small area. So while cutting that apple, okay, while cutting anything, it will cut very easily just because of high pressure. Okay, and then see the third example, drawing pins. There is only one pin there. Is it, children? So it has very small area so that it can exert a high pressure so that it can easily pierce into that skin. Okay, children, it can easily pierce inside the skin. Okay, in the previous case we have learned, the children, nails, a man is lied down in a nail bed. Why it is not piercing inside that man? Because there is having large surface area. The children, there is large area, so that in that case there is less pressure. But here there is only one pin, so it can pierce inside the skin very easily. Okay, children. So small area means big pressure. Okay, small, that means decreased area means we can say it is having high pressure. Okay, children. And see the last example, an elephant is wearing heels. It is also having the small area. Is the children, that heels, the pointed edge of that heels having small area so that it exerts big pressure. Okay, children. So what we have learned, in solids pressure can be increased or decreased by changing the area of solid in contact with the ground. Okay, children. In solids pressure can be increased or decreased by changing the area of solid in contact with the ground. Okay, children. And the next one, the pressure is just due to the gravitational force on the earth. Okay, children, that elephant is wearing a heels means it is standing in the earth, the children, so that there is the gravitational force. Okay, it is just landing on the earth means it is just because of the gravitational force on the earth. So what we can say, the pressure will be directed downwards. Okay, in solids the pressure will be directed downwards. Okay, children, can you all understood? So what is meant by pressure? The force acting normally per unit area of a subsurface. Okay, children, the force acting normally per unit area of a surface. Okay, children, that is called pressure. Can you all understand, children? And then the next is pressure due to liquids. Okay, children. So in liquids the pressure will be in the bottom of the container and also the walls of the container. Okay, children. If the height of the water increases means there will be more pressure. Okay, and also the walls of the container, the pressure exerts in the walls of the container just because of the collision of molecules. Okay, children, we'll learn this by some activity. Okay, children. So before learning the activity, we will learn about the liquids. Okay, children. So in liquids the pressure acts in all the directions. Okay, children, in liquids the pressure acts in all the direction. Okay, children. So what are the directions? Upward pressure. Okay, the first one is upward pressure. If you are putting a ball inside that water means what will happen? It will float in water. The children, so we can say there is the upward pressure in liquids. Okay, children. And what is the second pressure? If you are carrying a bucket of water in your head means you can feel the pressure. The children, so that is called downward pressure. Okay. And then the next one is lateral pressure. Okay, if you are putting a hole in the water bottle, okay, in the same height, and notice, okay, children, while noticing you can see the water falling from all the holes will be in the same level, and also the distance, okay, the distance in the falling water is also same. Okay, children. So in liquids pressure acts in all the directions. Okay, children, in liquids pressure acts in all the direction. So that is upward pressure, downward pressure and lateral pressure. Okay, children, can you all understood? So let us learn the activity 1. Okay, children. So the aim of this activity is to show that liquids exerts pressure and liquids pressure increases with height. Okay, what we are going to show? The liquids exerts pressure and the liquids pressure increases with height. என்னெல்லாம் ப்ரூவ் பண்ண போகிறோம்? ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆஃப் ஆல் லிக்விட்ஸ்லேயும் ப்ரெஷர் எக்ஸர்ட் பண்ணும் அப்படிங்கிறதையும் அண்ட் தென் லிக்விடோட ப்ரெஷர் வந்து ஹைட்டை பொறுத்து இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகுங்கிறதையும் ப்ரூவ் பண்ண போகிறோம். ஓகே சில்ட்ரன், ஸோ ஃபார் திஸ் ஆக்டிவிட்டி வி நீட் two materials. Okay children, the first one is the two glass tubes having both the ends open. Okay children, we need two glass tubes having both the ends open. Okay children, and then the next one is balloon. Okay children, we need two balloons and two test tubes open in both the ends. Okay, at the first we are going to tie the balloon in both the test tubes, in the bottom of both the test tubes. Okay children, what we are going to do? First of all, we are going to tie the balloon in both the bottom of the test tubes. Okay children, can you all understood? Children, listen carefully, you should also do it in your home. Okay, and then secondly we are going to pour water. Okay children, in the first test tube we are going to pour 100 ml of water, and in the next test tube we are going to pour 200 ml of water inside that. Children, what you can observe from this? After pouring water, the test tube which is filled 100 ml of water will bulge slightly. Okay, and the test tube which we have poured 200 ml of water will bulge more than that. Okay children, more than the first one. The test tube which we have poured 200 ml of water bulged more. Okay children, so from this what we can understand? We can simply say liquids exerts pressure. Is it children? Why? What is the reason? Because both the test tube, because both the balloon in both the test tube has bulged. Is it children? So we can say liquids exerts pressure. And then what we have noticed? In the test tube where we have filled 200 ml, okay, 200 ml of water had bulged more than the 100 ml. So what we can say? If the height of the liquid increases, means the liquid pressure is also increasing. Okay children, so what we have find out? Liquid pressure is directly proportional to the height of the liquid, and liquid pressure is directly proportional to the density of the liquid. Okay children, can you all understood? Why we are saying this? 200 ml where we had filled 200 ml water is bulged more than that. Okay children, more than the other one. So that we are saying liquid pressure is proportional, directly proportional to the height of the liquid, and also directly proportional to the density of the liquid. Okay children, height of the liquid increase achina, density of the liquid pressure of the liquid will also increase. Okay, and also if the density increases means the pressure of the liquid also increase. Okay children, can you all understood? So simply we can say liquid pressure is directly proportional to the height of the liquid, and the liquid pressure is directly proportional to the density of the liquid. Okay children, can you all understood? So for this activity we need two glass tubes open at both ends. Okay, two glass tubes open at both ends, and the next one is balloon. Okay, we need two balloon. Children, can you all understood? Okay, from this first activity we have learnt liquids exerts pressure, and also liquids pressure increases with increase in height. Okay children, so This is activity 2. Okay, children. So while teaching about the liquid itself, has said the children, in liquids, pressure acts in all the directions. The children. So what are the direction? Upward pressure, downward pressure, and also the lateral pressure. Okay. Here also we are going to show liquid exerts lateral pressure. Okay, children. So here also we are going to show liquid exerts lateral pressure. Okay, children. For this we need a metallic cylinder. Okay, children. We need a metallic cylinder closed at one end with a small opening. Okay, a metallic cylinder having a pipe-like structure in the side of the wall. Okay, children. We need a metallic cylinder having a pipe-like structure in the side of that cylinder. Okay, children. And also we need a balloon. Okay, so first of all we are going to use that balloon to cover the small opening on the side. Okay, children. Okay, we said as a children, we should take a metallic cylinder which is having a pipe-like structure in the side as a children. So we are going to cover that pipe-like structure in the side by using that balloon. Okay, children. Yeah, you can see in page number 26. See, first of all we are going to cover the balloon in that small opening. Okay, children. And then we are going to pour water inside that cylinder. Okay, children. And we are pouring water inside the cylinder. What will happen? We are tied the small opening with the balloon as a children, and then we are pouring water inside it. What you can observe? After pouring the water, the balloon will bulge in the side. Okay, children. We have fixed the balloon in the side. The children, in the small opening, we have fixed a balloon as a children. So because after filling that water, the balloon in the side gets bulged. Okay, children. So from this what we can understand? The liquid exerts pressure in the walls. Okay, the liquid exerts pressure in the walls. That is, the liquid exerts pressure, lateral pressure. Okay, children. What is meant by lateral pressure? If the liquid exerts pressure from the sides, means that is called lateral pressure. The children, here also after filling water, the balloon which we had fixed in the side got bulged. Okay, so what we can say? The liquid exerts pressure on the walls of the cylinder. Okay, children. The liquid exerts pressure on the walls of the containing vessel. So we can say liquid exerts lateral pressure. Children, can you all understood? So in this class we have learnt about pressure. Is it? So what is meant by pressure? The force acting normally per unit area of a surface. Okay, the force acting normally per unit area of a surface. So what is the formula? Pressure equal to force upon area. Okay, P equal to F upon A. Okay, so what is the SI unit of pressure? Newton per meter square. Okay, Newton per meter square or Pascal. Okay, in solids what we have learnt? Area increased means pressure decreased. Okay, pressure will be less. Okay, area increased means less pressure. Area decreased means more pressure. Okay, children. And then in solids, the gravitational force acting on it. So there will be downward force only. Okay, children. In the solids, there will be downward pressure. Okay. And then we have learnt about the liquids. Is it? What we have learnt? In liquids, pressure acts in all the direction. That is upward direction. There is upward pressure, downward pressure, and also the lateral pressure. Okay, there is signward pressure is the lateral pressure. Okay, children. And then we have learnt about the two activities. What are the activities we have learnt? If the height of the liquid increases means the pressure of the liquid also increases, and also liquid exerts lateral pressure. These are all the two activities we have learnt. The children, can you all understood all these?
Okay. Children, take the page where you have written the previous day's homework. Have you all taken? So find whether it is conduction or convection. Okay, children. So the first question, a metal spoon heating up in a bowl of hot soup. So it is conduction. Okay, metal spoon. If you put the metal spoon inside the bowl of hot soup means the spoon absorb the heat. The children, from that bowl, the spoon also the transfers the heat. The children, so it is called conduction. Okay, and then second one, burning your tongue on a hot soup, that is conduction. Okay, and then third one, movement of liquid in while heating in a pan. Okay, if you are heating a liquid in a pan means what is that? Movement of liquid, so it is convection. Okay, children, movement of liquid while heating in a pan, that is convection. Okay, and then fourth one, the sun burning your feet while walking on the beach on a hot day. Okay, here the heat is transferred, the children, so it is conduction. Children, have you all checked your answers? If your answers are wrong, correct yourself. Okay, ma? So the fifth question, pancakes cooking on a pan. Okay, because of conduction, because of the transfer of heat through conduction, only pancake is preparing the children. So it is conduction. Okay, and then sixth one, soup boiling in a pot. It is convection. Okay, any liquid which we are boiling means there will be the upward movement of hot air and downward movement of cool air, the children, so it is called convection. Okay, and then seventh one, sea breeze. Sea breeze, we know it is the natural example of convection, so the answer is convection. And then eighth one, turning on a ceiling fan to cool down a room. Okay, if you switch on the fan means the room will cool, the children, so it is the example of convection. Okay, children, why? The hot air will move upwards and the cool air will stay in the normal level. Okay, children, so it is the example of convection. Okay, and the ninth one, burning your hand on the iron box. Okay, it is the example of conduction. Okay, children, heat transfers through conduction. And then 10th one, a hot air balloon rising. Okay, why the hot air balloon is rising? We know in convection only the hot air will rises and cool air sinks. Is it, children? So the hot air balloon is rising just because of convection. Okay, children, have you all checked your answers? So fifth one, conduction. Sixth one, convection. Again convection, convection, and conduction, convection. Okay, children, yeah, check your answers. And already we have written 3 answer briefly questions. Is it, children? So this is the fourth one. Yeah, take your classwork. Take the classwork page and put today's date. Okay, put today's date and start writing. Use only ink pens. Okay, children. Yeah, question number 4. On what factors does pressure in a liquid depend? Okay, on what factors does pressure in a liquid depend? Okay, so the liquid pressure depends upon. So the question is, what are the factors that depends on liquid pressure? Okay, children, so what we have learnt? Height, density, lateral pressure and own level. Okay, children, so the answers are liquid pressure depends upon height, that is depth. Okay, children, so depth, we can write it as liquid pressure is directly proportional to height of liquid. Okay, liquid pressure is directly proportional to height of the liquid. Okay, children, so liquid pressure depends upon depth, density, lateral pressure and its own level. Okay children, if the height of the liquid increases means the liquid pressure will also increase. If the density of the liquid increases means the pressure of the liquid will also increase. And if the lateral pressure, we have learned the second activity. So children, if the lateral pressure increases means also the liquid pressure increase, and also if the own level of the liquid increases means also the pressure will increase. Okay children, so the answers are depth, density, lateral pressure and its own level. Okay, yeah, take down in your classwork notebook. Children, have you all completed? And then the fifth question. Why do we not feel the tremendous atmospheric pressure? Okay, there is a pressure in atmosphere, the children, but why we are not feeling tremendous atmospheric pressure? Okay, that is the question. Okay, so what is the reason, children? The force exerted from our body is more. Okay children, so it is balanced. Okay, it balances the atmospheric pressure. Okay children, okay, if you are carrying a bucket of water means the pressure exerted from our body, okay, is more comparing to the atmospheric pressure, so that we are not feeling more atmospheric pressure. Okay children, that two pressures are balanced. Okay children, so the answer is we do not feel tremendous atmospheric pressure because it is counterbalanced by the pressure exerted by our body. Okay, it is counterbalanced by the pressure exerted by our body. Okay children, yeah, take down fast. Children, have you all completed? Children, in this lesson we have 14 questions. Okay children, 14 answer briefly questions. I will give you answer for these 14 questions. Okay children, I will give you answers for all these questions, but you no need to by heart it. Okay children, you should learn what is there in that question answers. Okay children, you should understand. Okay, adula enna irukku nee purinjikkanum. Okay children, you should understand that, and you should prepare for one word test. Okay children, okay, read your book again and again and prepare more one words. Okay children, you should you can prepare many choose, fill ups, likewise you can prepare it only. Okay children, and learn it properly. Okay, again and again read it and prepare one words. Okay children, and the question answers also you should read it and understand it. Okay, from these question answers also I will give you one words question. Okay, So no need to by got it. Okay children, understand what is there in that questions. Okay, so have you all completed children? Children, take down the homework questions. The first one, how to calculate pressure. Okay, force upon area, but see the units Newton and meter squared. Okay, and then here in option B, force and area, force upon area. So the units are kilogram per meter squared. Okay, choose the correct answer. Okay, and then second one, what is the unit of measurement for pressure? Okay, options are Pascal, grams and kilograms. Okay, and then third one, when you increase your height underwater, the water pressure on your body, okay, option A increases, option B decreases, and option C stays the same. Okay, if the height is increased means pressure will, okay children, that is third one. Okay, and then fourth one, fluids can also include dash and dash. Children, fluids means what? In the category of fluids, it includes liquids and also gases. Okay children, in the category of fluids, it includes liquids and also gases. Okay children, so in fluids, pressure acts in all the directions. Okay children, in fluids, pressure acts in all the directions. So what is meant by fluids? Fluids means both liquids and gases. Okay children, so the answers for the fourth question is B. Okay children, so note that. Okay, fluids means liquids and gases. Okay, yeah, take down fast. Children, have you all copied? And then the fifth question. Pressure in solids is due to, options are gravitational force, height, direction. Okay. And then sixth one, in solids, pressure is directed dash, upwards, downwards or sidewards. Okay, write the correct answer. And then seventh one, dash is the pressure exerted by fluids on the walls of the containing vessel. Okay, dash is the pressure exerted by fluids on the walls of the containing vessel. Okay, that is upward pressure, downward pressure or lateral pressure. Okay children, think and write the correct answer. And then eighth one, liquid pressure is dash to density of water. Okay, so the options are inversely proportional and directly proportional. Okay children, yeah, take down fast. For some questions I had given only two options. Okay children, don't get confused. For some I had given only two options. Okay, that is not a problem. You think and write the correct answer. Okay children. So children, we have completed up to page number 26. Okay children, read it. Okay, try to find more one word questions. Okay, read your book daily. Okay children, thank you.